Hello, gamers. Do you like the podcast and want to support it while getting a bunch of Neato Burrito rewards? Well, how about checking out our Patreon? By joining our Patreon, you can get your name read over the credits, name an NPC in perilous storytelling, have access to our patron-only Minecraft server, ask a question or a hypothetical for the Patreon Q&A at the end of the show, and a bunch of other stuff. If you join the $10 and above tiers before April 6th, 2020, you get some PSD and FND stickers. For more info, check out patreon.com/SermiaMusic.
Yeah, she's that creature from Okja.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, wait, don't keep that in. Oh, Jesus.
Good grief, man. Strong start.
No, we're not going with that, are we?
Gone with worse.
I know,
We
we've
have
gone
gone
with
with worse.
pedophilia. It's just that you were like upset.
Oh, it wasn't me.
about
It wasn't me. We have to go with this now.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't, are we
Everyone introduced you as a pedophile if you stop touching so many kids.
That's exactly right.
Shut the fuck up. Stop saying
Honestly,
that.
I would stop introducing David as a pedophile if he stopped doing like a Japanese accent every time he pronounces anything from Japan. Like he slips right into it.
I thought you were going to say Japanese accent every time he introduces the podcast. Welcome to...
No, Ed. Oh my
We're
god.
not keeping this. I can sue
Yes, we are.
What?
Yes,
hey,
we
David,
are.
mute that.
No, David, don't. Ed has said much worse.
Uh-oh.
I've never done like audio yellow face though.
David, stop. This is the podcast.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How is this
It
the
clearly
podcast?
is.
Why did we clap that that's not?
Why did we clap synced? You introed us. Someone got called a pedophile. We're done. This is the podcast. We're in it.
Oh no.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Kwite, you happy to be in here?
Oh yeah, by the way, there's a guest on this episode.
Is there really? Though?
That's a good question. How you doing, Kwite?
We're
You
all
want to
good.
introduce
I'm doing
yourself?
pretty
all
good.
guests.
Thank you guys for having
Hey,
me.
no problem. Real quick, can you put on like a Japanese accent and say the intro to our podcast? I feel like I need to balance things out here. I feel like a piece of shit.
No.
Shit.
The intro
David,
to the
you're
podcast
fucked.
is just
I'm
welcome to the
not
podcast.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I've never done it, by the way. Just to clarify. I don't go fuck yourself.
Wait, which one? The kid touching or the Japanese accent?
I'll let you decide.
You can only pick one. No, you can only pick one.
This has gone for so long. I don't.
You decide.
Those are mutually exclusive actions. God, imagine David doing both at once. Holy fuck.
I
This
want
is
to give an
going-
example that we're recording.
Go for it, King.
No.
What do you mean, get an example?
Actually, they had emperors.
I don't.
How you feeling, Kwite?
A lot of ways, my friend. A lot of ways.
We make
So-
sure we say horrible shit, but we title every like podcast episode after the guest, so when they're done listening, they'll think the guest said everything that we said.
Yeah. You're the only one whose name is going to be in the title of this video.
Yes.
Yeah, we basically all have like immunity right now. We can
Yeah,
say
and we
anything
only
want.
link to the guest socials. All of our socials are like blacked out.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's literally only Kwite.
If you have issues with this episode, please stop talking. Tweet it at
You know,
Kwite.
you know,
Hang on, I gotta do the caption on his YouTube about page to find his business email.
Y'all are fucking capping. I know you're capping.
so should we talk about PAX?
This is technically the PAX special, but
This
we
is
just
the
did 10
PAX
minutes
special.
on pedophilia and racism.
This has
Yeah,
gone
the
like
pack
I was
special.
saying like this bit has gone on for so long.
That's welcome to Please
the
Stop Talking.
podcast.
The podcast is 90% bits, 10% on topic, and then 5% Patreon questions.
Yeah, pretty much. So basically, like how long has it been? 2 weeks now. 2 weeks
It's been
that
a
we
while
came
since
back
you
from
came
PAX.
back from PAX. Yeah,
Something like
it's been
that,
actually
yeah.
exactly 2 weeks because it ended on March 2nd.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah. We basically went to PAX, all of us except Avery, and we
All
had
of
a good
us
time.
except everyone.
Yeah.
It was just me and you. What do you mean all of us?
Well, Kwite was there.
I was.
Oh.
David
I thought
means
you
all
were
the
gonna-
people on this episode.
On this
yeah, no,
episode.
everyone on
Gotcha.
PST was not there except
No.
me. That
Yeah.
I would feel sad if that was the case.
Because Cameron had work, so did Brendan. Manny doesn't show his face. Avery doesn't show his face. And Kyle probably had classes.
Yeah, Kyle's very busy with school right now.
I feel like this episode is just hitting me right here. Feels like a lot's happening right now, and I'm just so dead.
No, it's just because we made fun of you for being a pedophile who does a Japanese accent earlier.
And you do that thing where like you pull at your cornrows. Weird.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know how he got that gap in his teeth, but he managed.
I don't want. Do we restart? Like,
no.
Holy shit! What the fuck is this?
This is great. Fuck off, David. You just don't know that this is great because you're the one getting fucked on.
I'm always getting fucked on.
Yeah, so you should be used to it at this point.
It's mostly Cameron.
What do you think is gonna come? It's mostly. See, the thing is that it's mostly Cameron in real life. It's mostly David on the podcast.
Oh,
which I think is entirely my fault.
About the behind the scenes. Yeah.
I think it's entirely my fault that David is the one who gets fucked on the most on the podcast, just because of the pedophilia thing. Go ahead, Ed. You were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, well, yeah. I mean, I was just gonna continue David's train of thought, which was me and him went to PAX.
We did a meet.
Thanks to the lovely folks at Screenwave.
No, do not mention their name after that, please.
No, go for it.
After what?
David, they fucking own this podcast.
They approved our PAX announcement video. You think they care?
You're right, actually. That makes sense.
We threatened the city of Boston, and they approved it.
Didn't you also imply that you did the Boston Marathon bombing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We did. There was a lot of threats in that video. And they said, "Dude, this is funny. Come on, we'll get a stage ready for you."
Yeah, we had a fucking stage for a meet and greet. That was fucking crazy. Why don't you tell the lovely people?
You want to talk about that first meet and greet?
Let's talk about the first meet and greet because we had tech.
David is very smart.
Don't start. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
So David is very smart. And when he was asked by Screenwave, hey, when do you guys want to have your meet and greet? We have so many slots open.
I drank
do you
water
mind?
Out of the pipe. I'm sorry. I was trying to mind my business, but I failed.
Just restart.
Yeah. Okay. So David is very smart. And when the Screenwave people ask David...
Can you say it again?
When he was asked by the Screenwave people when we wanted to have our meet and greet, David had the amazing idea, let's have it on the very first day of PAX at noon or 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Or
it was
I forget.
2 p.m.
The first day of PAX is a Thursday.
I didn't think this through.
Clearly.
No one showed up.
No, that is not true. Somebody showed up, and that's the story.
Okay, so we were sitting there. I want to say for 30 minutes.
No,
and
it
we
was
were
like
just
45 minutes. It was literally like 15 minutes.
Oh, it was about to
15
end.
minutes before our meet and greet was going to end. I wanted to kill
we were
myself.
Just dazed.
And Ed was just
we
watching.
Were just dazed watching a Soul Calibur 6 tournament that was happening on the other side. And we were just waiting, and then we were like, man, this is going to make for a great podcast story when we tell people that nobody showed up. But on cue, beam of light shoots at the stairs, and at the base of that light is a young man asking, are you guys the PST podcast? Me and David shot up from our seats in ecstasy.
I was so happy.
I
was so happy that somebody showed up. I was just like, yes, I just got up. Was so happy.
We are, because like at first I made sure he wasn't wearing a Screenwave badge to avoid my disappointment, but he wasn't.
He wasn't.
So he said, yes, we are from the PST podcast. And then he climbed up those stairs.
He went right in front of
us. He paused, and then he pointed at both of us and he went, I don't know who you are, but my sister loves you guys.
Oh my god.
I felt
just amazing. Your soul leave your body.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, God, please don't let the tears come out right now.
Which orifice do you think your soul came out of?
Fucking
you had to
everywhere,
guess.
dude.
All of them
at once.
They were all
Just
clogged.
shattered on the
Goddamn
inside and started
pores.
spilling out like diarrhea at your ears.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then this guy was like, hey, but my sister loves you guys. So if I could take a picture to make her jealous, that'd be sick. And I mean, me and David were desperate.
We said
so
yes.
he said yes.
And we
So we
took
took the picture. Did we also sign something for that guy? I forget.
We did. We signed his guest book. His signature book.
Well, considering we had 10 minutes to go and that encounter was pretty much the camel that broke David's back. Wait.
No, go for it. Keep going.
Sure.
The camel that broke David's back.
David is like sitting down and he's telling me,
Oh my
Ed,
God.
I can't do this anymore. I gotta tell you something. And I go, what? Ed, I am turtling so hard. I gotta take a huge shit. And I go, dude, we're here. We literally got invited to have a meet and greet. You can't just leave when it's not even over. Just hold it in.
Ed, you do not understand how close I was. I was so scared I was going to shit my pants at the Screenwave media booth. Right in front
I cannot believe
Hashtag
David
right
shit.
30017.
cannot
right in
believe
front
David
of
shit
Justin
himself.
Silverman. Okay?
David shit himself at a PAX meet and greet. That's incredible.
Right in front of Vinny Vine Sauce. Right in front of all these fucking people. I was going to shit my pants. I had to go. It didn't matter.
So eventually he convinces me and I go, fine, I'll be the only one at the meet and greet. Because we're pretty convinced that 10 minutes left, who's going to show up. So David runs off, shitting his pants. He runs off to go poo. And then I'm just waiting there. 5 minutes left. I'm watching that SoulCal tournament, which was botched, by the way. That shit was amateur hour. And then suddenly a woman shows up to my left. Like, she didn't climb up to the stage. She came up like behind me. And it was like a middle-aged woman. So I figured, you're not a fan. And then she shows up and she slaps her hand on the desk and she goes, do you work here?
Please.
And then, I start panicking. So I just grab my Screenwave badge and I go, I'm worth the Screenwave booth. I'm having a meet and greet. I'm sorry. And then she goes, what? And I go, Joe's over there. I just point at David's manager because at this point I'm just lost. I'm like, he's over there. You can ask him. He's actual Screenwave. So that was it. And then the fucking meet and greet ended, and David wasn't even back yet. I was the only asshole on the desk when the Screenwave guy came up to me and he said, hey, you're done. And I went, oh, I know.
Little did he know how much you knew that you were fucking done.
And then David came back 5 minutes after it was over.
Yeah.
He told me about his shit in intricate detail.
I did not do that.
Why would Ed lie about that, though? I believe
You're
him.
so...
Yeah, that's kind of like a weird thing to lie about.
That is a weird thing to lie about.
Considering the
yeah.
things that you've done, David, I think that's the least of
What
your
I've
worries.
done.
Ed described
Speaking
his
of
shit in intricate detail in
fine.
Japanese.
Let's talk about what you did then. Remember, there was the U.S. Army had a booth at PAX.
Whoa.
I thought you were gonna talk.
Oh, this looks good.
Can we real quick, since I mentioned Joe, can we talk about the first thing that I said to Joe after
What did you tell Joe again?
Mama.
Oh, you don't remember?
Oh, I
'Cause
remember.
really wish
I
this was-
remember.
Okay,
I
there you
literally
go. So
referenced
Joe
this.
shows up. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I didn't hear you, but you said it.
So Joe is a super nice guy, by the way. I gotta preface this.
Dude, he
got
fucking
us
slaps.
the exhibitor badges, first of all, which lets us get in an hour early at the convention center, which allowed us to play Final Fantasy VII without a queue,
Yeah,
which was
Really
fucking
sick.
amazing. And so we had to go get the exhibitor badges first, which he had, so we were supposed to meet him at the hotel lobby. And I've never seen what he looks like. All I saw was his Discord profile picture.
I mean that's also
which,
the only.
Joe,
thing.
you gotta change that. You
Oh,
gotta change
be
that
nice.
profile picture.
Be nice. It's
No.
not that bad. Jeez.
Joe, It looks weird. It looks like he's just coming out of the shower.
Stop talking shit about our manager.
He loves me.
Yeah, I love him.
But anyway,
he's sick.
So we meet up with him, and he goes, "Hey, I'm Joe." And I go, "Oh, hey, I'm Ed. Nice to meet you." And he gives us the badges, and he goes, "Okay, so this is the exhibitor badges." And then between the actual badge and the like cord or whatever the thing that goes around your neck, there's a little like circular screen wave symbol. And then he's like, "Oh, it's actually cool. If you turn it around, there's a button. And then when you click that button, it starts blinking like a blue light." And then I just look at it and I go, "Oh, so it's like a rape whistle?"
He said, I don't, dude, I didn't hear, I don't know, but I didn't hear this. And because I was talking to Joe and
I just thought you guys didn't think it was funny.
Dude, I hope that he didn't hear that because that was bad. I mean, he might hear it now, but hey, Joe.
If Joe listens to the podcast, that would not faze him.
No, I mean, that's why I thought it was weird that nobody laughed, because I thought it was funny. I was like, no, it's sad. Those following 5 minutes.
We didn't hear you, I'm pretty sure. Let's go back to the U.S. Army, though. Let's go back to what you did to me.
On, what did I do?
We went to the U.S. Army booth, basically had this, like they were showing off their esports team, right? And they had a booth. They had like specifically one part of their booth for fighting games. And Ed and I are pretty like big into fighting games. And he wanted to actually play some Tekken games, right, Ed?
Yeah, but it's not. They're not like hosting a tournament.
No, it was like
they're not like hosting. Just to explain it, you go up, you queue up to play against the fucking U.S. Army general, like this huge jack dude in a t-shirt. He's massive. It's like, imagine if Donovan from Berserk ate Zangief. Like that.
Dude, like, no, legit. That guy was like massive. Like, but the way to get shut up.
Like the fight stick just looked like a single keyboard key, like in his hand. It was so huge.
But the way you sign up to play the games is that you have to talk to a U.S. Army recruiter, Ed, and you have to have,
and you have to like,
you have to sign up, put your name and everything. Yeah, your address, whatever. And
I put the Airbnb, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're fucking dumb.
I know.
Anyways, and then when we get into the line, this is the next day because he signed up one day ahead of time because we had to go do other shit, and then the next day we go there, and while we're in queue for him to go play Tekken against the guy, I just get a message from the U.S. Army. I get a text message from the U.S. Army. Let me find it again.
Oh, I know it by heart if you want me to just say it.
Fucking go ahead, Eduardo.
It's just a text from the U.S. Army on David's phone, and it says, "Hello, Eduardo. This is Sergeant Nagoon, and I'm a U.S. Army recruiter." I got David drafted just so I could play a few rounds of Tekken.
I remember I got this message and it was just so confusing.
He was so mad.
I was just staring at it, and then I looked at him. I was like, "Ed, why is your name there?" And then he just said,
the funniest part is,
I just needed a U.S. number. And I was just like, what the fuck do you mean? You just gave him my Canadian number.
And the funniest part is, like yesterday, I just kept asking him, like, "Oh, are you sure you don't want to sign up?" And David just made it a point that, like, "Oh no, and like ethically, I don't really want to sign up for this." And I still gave him his phone number.
I still get messages from the recruiter, by the way.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. They keep being like, "Hello, we would like
my boy Nagoon."
Nagoon keeps messaging me. Sergeant Nagoon keeps being like, "Yo, dog, let me talk. You should probably go see your local recruiter."
We would like to offer you a real life no round brown. Join the army.
Oh my god. Yeah, and all that for you to get destroyed at Tekken.
Oh, dude, he ate my ass.
Not only
I
that,
was so confident. The moment I sat down, I forgot everything.
He became a fucking ghost. And
I became a bot.
Actually, like such a bot that at one point he was getting.
Oh no!
He was getting.
I was getting so fucking
a combo.
owned.
He was like in the middle of a combo, like a string, like in the middle of it, and he accidentally pressed the start button. The army dude just like I think you shit your pants, like straight up. I think
Oh no, I thought he was gonna kill me.
I thought you turtled a bit because you looked like you had fear in your eyes. Because he looked back at you and he looked so fucking pissed that you just stopped his combo.
It was so weird. I mean, honestly, that wasn't even my fault. Let's think about it, because I thought they'd at least have that shit on tournament mode, because when you turn on tournament mode, you can't pause the game.
Even start.
My finger slipped. Do you know how much I was sweating? Did you see how big that guy was? I was sitting next to him.
Were you into it?
I was just fucking terrified. Not only was I getting shit on, I was sitting next to a fucking wardrobe.
So yeah, that's how I got drafted.
I can't overstate how big that fucking guy was.
That guy fucking scares me to this day.
We also, I mean, besides PAX, should we talk about, I mean, we also had, because that first meet and greet was such a bust.
Oh, yeah.
We got offered a second one
on the
Saturday?
Last day.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah.
And for that one, people actually showed up, thank God.
Up, yeah.
Because we were getting, oh my God, I'm sorry. We were getting stopped like at the convention. Like one guy just recognized David by voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when we realized, man, Thursday kind of
so basically
was the worst idea.
Basically never doing meet and greets on Thursdays ever again.
Yeah. And then we had the second one. People actually showed up for that one. And one guy, I forget his name.
Volta. Volti.
He actually made like custom art of us. And made
painted
custom pins too.
Like straight up, he painted.
Yeah, painted and the fucking pins. And the pins was because like somebody in his family owns like a pin making shop. I'm butchering this story now. I don't remember.
I don't super remember either. But I was just super happy with it, and I'm gonna frame that. That's a shout out to that.
Yeah, like I've never like the pin shit. That's a first for me. That was crazy.
Super sick. Shout out to Volti.
Shout out to Volti. Yes. And then what else did we do besides the Monster Hunter Festa? Oh, should we talk about that?
The Festa?
Yeah, let's talk about. Yeah, dude.
Let's talk about Capcom's incompetence. Sure.
Hey, come on. I can't be mad. I can't be mad
because it was actually good, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't Capcom's fault.
Yeah, it was Justin Wong.
Oh my God, no! It was not Justin Wong's fault. It was fucking the bar's fault. Because they didn't know how to handle it.
On the lead up for us flying out to PAX, there was also, what do you call it? The Capcom announced that there was going to be a Monster Hunter Festa. Free entry to just get in, and you can watch some people doing tourneys, and you can get some free merch and whatever. So that shit would open at 8 p.m. 21 over only. So Kwite couldn't even go,
which was unfortunate. A bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, because like we were talking to you like the day before, like, oh yeah, we got Friday like completely set. Like we're gonna go to this Monster Hunter Festa. It's gonna be sick.
It was sick.
And then. Yeah. Now I kind of feel bad talking about how sick it was.
I mean, I was doing it. I'm pretty sure I was just hanging out with the boys that night, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I was like, we can show up like 30 minutes early. And then David kept insisting, we got to show up an hour early. And I was thinking that an hour early for a Monster Hunter event at night, no one's going to be there. Dude,
bro,
the fucking queue when we got there an hour early was already massive.
We were close enough that we could see like the start of the queue, but behind us, dude, there were like it was
by the time the doors actually opened at 8 p.m., it went around the entire block.
Yeah,
bro, it's like you just forgot you were at a GamerCon. Like, there's not gonna be a line.
That's what I kept telling him.
Because it's not even. Because fucking in my head, Monster Hunter's niche, and it's like one and it's not even part of PAX itself, and it's 21 and over.
Yeah, but it's after PAX.
How many actual grown-ups?
I mean, how many people underage have the means to travel to an event?
Fuck, shut up.
Apparently.
All right. Oh yeah, true.
Well, I mean, I'm an adult, so like.
I mean, you're under 21, are you?
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though. It's like. it's gonna lean more
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
like that
You're at
age
the
group than it will
drafted into the
like,
military
16,
age, not the crack open
Yes.
cold one age.
I can be drafted and drink anywhere but the U.S.
Yeah.
I can't be drafted anywhere. I can only be drafted. In the
No,
US.
you can be drafted to fight for Korea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go fight for Canada real
I'm
quick.
gonna give a Portuguese army recruiter Kwite's number.
I'd be down. I'd be down. Dude,
I
I'd
love
be down
so
to be
much
drafted
that you're
by
like, I
Canada,
gotta
at
give
least
him
I
an
can drink
American number.
David,
and
like
the
the
thing
American.
is, I could have just changed one of the numbers.
Yeah,
I
you could have
just
given a
taken
fake. No,
David.
see, this is the thing, Ed, is that he doesn't have a fucking American number, so he's not from a fucking American area code. You could have given him any fake number. You don't just
but
have to
his
change one.
shaped like an American
does
one
that
because they were
mean?
like put it
So, like, he
put in
has
your
more
number, and
number.
you have like the weird shit with the
So-
parenthesis and the three numbers in the
Avery, you know
parenthesis.
how it goes like 334, like between
Yeah.
the dashes. Like European ones are really weird. Like British, it's like
Yeah.
4 than 5.
Okay,
or
but
some
that doesn't
shit.
change anything. Give him 10 random fucking digits, you moron.
But it's way fucking funnier if you give him
What if
David.
the army
That's
got
what-
mad
know-
at
see,
me?
Quite, I agree, but the thing is, Ed's like, I could have just changed one of the numbers. You don't have to base it on a real number, Ed.
I don't know how your format is, so I just
looked at a fucking
write what
American
you
number.
know. Write what you know, Avery. Please. That's writing
Oh,
101.
you memorized his number? That's adorable.
I did. No, it was on my phone.
Oh,
Wow, fucking fake ass bitch.
he is a fake ass bitch for doing that.
Are you kidding
Hey,
me?
how's
He's
Nagoon
a real
doing?
one for putting in your number, but he's fake for not remembering it.
Yeah, I hooked you up with Nagoon. Have you seen him? He's huge.
I've not seen Nagoon. I don't know who Nagoon is.
I mean,
Nagoon is like this entity, like just following me everywhere
Nagoon
now.
is just
Nagoon
like
is
a
a
fucking
fucking
phone
cryptid.
operator.
He's a what?
Eldritch beast.
He's an eldritch beast that wants me to join the army.
Nagoon is a metaphor for war.
Yeah. He's got a mean Zafina.
He didn't play. Nagoon was not there.
What was I saying? Okay, so we got there at 7 p.m. It was me, David, and it was the two
It was Adam and
Screenwave
Joe.
homies.
Yeah.
Adam and Joe. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Boston Nights, but they are fucking freezing.
Like
I am
really
talking-
bad.
My fingers looked like sausages.
Yeah.
They were so like, they were grown out and I could not stop shivering. The only thing I could feel was my ass cheeks. That was the only source of warmth.
Like it was really bad. Just how fucking cold it was outside.
And if you think we have it bad, there was a fucking
That girl,
Ada
dude.
Wong. Yeah, there was an Ada Wong cosplayer at the queue who was like the red dress. Imagine being in a silk red dress.
Silk red dress, nothing else, just legs exposed, arms exposed.
Yup.
Because, dude, she must have been dying because she was like on the other side of the block.
Yeah, she showed up like super late.
Yeah. Let's go into the bad part. The worst part of that is that Capcom. Actually, I don't know.
Kinda sucks.
I don't know if it's Capcom. Honestly, it was probably not Capcom.
Whoever
It was
organized
probably
the
bar.
festa. Yeah, it was
They
probably because
messed
there
up.
was a gaming event before this one, so they only started letting people in like an hour later because it was supposed to be doors open at 8 p.m.
Supposed to be an hour
But the
later.
doors only open at 9 p.m. So we stood out in the cold for 2 hours, by the way. That's how my fingers became like Palpatine.
Yeah. And we were just kind of hanging out, talking, and it was okay for the most part. We were kind of losing our shit.
No, when there was like an hour left, we were going insane. We were like negotiating on eating like stray animals that just crossed us on the.
Oh, right. I
on the
remember
queue.
now. You're right.
I just kept looking at stray
But
cats going, I'm going to fucking eat them.
At one point, we were like,
we
we were in front of a convenience store, and at one point, we just start hearing a commotion like right in front of us.
Yeah, like a shitload
Just,
of
like,
cheering.
So
yeah.
much cheering, like, oh, he's about to do it. He's about to do it. And then there was a guy shoutcasting another guy buying a coffee in the convenience store.
In the queue, there was just a group of like 10 dudes just like cheering
Screaming.
on
They
this
were
guy
so
in the
hyped.
convenience store buying a coffee. And when he got out, everybody went, yeah! And the guy rushed to the queue
And
he
all
put
of
the
them-
coffee in the middle of the group
They
and all of
just
them
put their
huddled around
hands
it for
over
warmth. They all just used it like a fucking bonfire. They were all so hyped about it.
It was
That's the most hipster
Something
version
else.
of a bumfire I've ever heard. You're just gathering around a fucking coffee.
A fucking coffee.
They were so
A
happy.
fucking 7-Eleven coffee, dude. They were all just putting their hands over it for warmth.
They all have those like fucked frayed fingerless gloves that all homeless people in movies have, except they're all plaid.
Some did. Some actually did, though.
So that's when we finally got into the, it was around like 20 minutes after the coffee incident. We finally got into the festa. And entry was free. We were like, okay, that was to be expected. And then they give us all like a bag full of
shit.
shitload of merch.
Really good merch, like stupid.
I got
nice.
a poster. Me and Adam got a poster.
People who had like a special coin in their shit got a signed.
You could trade it in for a poster.
Yeah, it was like a signed poster by the dev team.
And then you also got like a pin and a fucking socks. Dude, the socks are shaped like the pig.
Yeah,
they're sick.
They're really nice. Just everything inside the event was just stupid nice. But the best...
And then the event itself was sick.
part.
And then... Wait for it. I'm building up to it.
Okay, bro.
So we're at the event and then we're watching... We missed one of the games because there was like an actual like championship going on where they just like have like teams of 2 speedrunners compete to see who gets the best time.
Super hype, by the way. Extremely.
And then
high.
we were watching the second to last game, and then we all went, okay, we're starving. Let's go get some food. Food was also free. By the way, it was fucking delicious.
Like really,
oh my God.
Really amazing food.
They had like these like 2 giant butchers just set up like a shitload of meat on a table, and they literally called it the carving table. And they would just like slice up like slices, and then you had like fucking 5 kinds of gravy that you could mix in for free. And I think we could get a side of sweet potato.
Yeah, sweet potatoes, salad.
Yeah.
There was also pizza. The pizza was really good. Everything was
mainly
just
a shitload of meat.
Good. Yeah.
And then we're watching the thing, and then tournament ends. They make a couple announcements for the next updates. We're like, all right, sick. And then they go, all right, the bar is now open. Go get drunk. And we go, all right, cool. So since Joe paid for the Uber, I told him, okay, I'll buy the first round of drinks.
We'll start buying rounds to pay back Uber.
So we go to the bar. I get 4 rum and cokes, and then they bring them back. I take my card out, and then the lady just stops me. Don't worry, sir. It's an open bar. I stood there, I want to say for at least 15 seconds, just looking at her and then looking back at my card. And then I actually went, are you sure? Are you sure it's an open bar? And she went, oh yeah, no, it's open till 11 p.m. Okay. And then I just turned back around and I go, hey, it's an open bar. Pretty much everyone else has the same reaction. I ended up having 8 rum and cokes.
I
want to say
I had 11. I was almost blackout. I haven't been that drunk since college.
Dude, Joe got so hammered. It was the
hammered.
funniest shit. He just started doing that thing. I think this is like the Zoomer version of getting pictures of your grandkids is taking your phone out. He got pictures of his girlfriend and he just like asked us to like crowd around the phone and he'd just go, look how fucking hot she is. Look how hot my girlfriend is.
It was cute though. He was like, he legit loves his girlfriend so much, dude. That was super,
and then we all had to be
sweet
polite
watch.
and like, because how do you compliment a man's girlfriend without making it weird? So I just went, yeah, she's attractive.
I'm gay and he knows I'm gay, so I was just like, hell yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, you're safe.
Hell yeah, fist bump, bro. Nice one. Okay, that might have been awkward.
What else did we do? We mostly just got fucking hammered and like we didn't even finish our drinks. We would just like assign someone to stay at our table and then we'd leave our drinks behind and we'd go get more.
And
because we knew the bar was eventually closing at like 11 p.m. At one point I had like 3.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I just had 3 drinks. That party was sick, but I'm going to be real with you, Ed. I don't remember half of it.
Oh, I remember a lot of it. And then we met with a bunch of people that are in the content creating community for Monster Hunter. 2 of them mainly that were there as the commentators. One of them was Herney.
Yeah.
And the other one was Chris. Herney, I already knew prior to... Herney, that is, not Chris.
Yeah,
I already knew him prior to the event. And I just saw him and he was like, oh, hey, whatever. And then we just caught up. And then I told him, dude, that queue outside is fucking killer. We stood out for like 2 hours. And then he said something that broke my heart.
Because I told you. I kept telling you.
He said, "Why didn't you just text me? I could have gotten you in early." And I went, "Ha ha."
I kept telling him to do that too.
Yeah, David kept yelling at me, but I didn't want to be weird. I didn't want to start pulling favors.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're outside. Get the bouncer to let me in.
I mean, I get that as well, though. I get that.
But yeah, just sucks. I mean, for the future, I guess, if they make this a yearly thing, now we know.
Yeah.
And then Chris, on the other hand, he's German. So I don't know why I pointed that out, because it has nothing to do with what I'm about to say.
Nothing to do, yeah.
He's German, period. David, go on. Passing it to you.
So dude, I fucking love Chris. We were just talking, having a good time. Like, we started dancing because it turned into a nightclub, and then at one point I was just the drinks start becoming like you have to pay, and we were also hanging out with the
11.
person.
After 11, the bar was still like open,
but it was paid
still
now.
working, but you have to pay.
And we were hanging out with Chris, the Screenwave guys, and one of the winners of the tournament, like
TSC.
The actual like grand winner was hanging.
The guy
out with
that
us.
won and his fiance.
Yeah. So I just ask everybody like, "Hey, what drinks do you want?" And then everybody gives me their orders, and then I go to Chris and I'm like, "Hey, you want anything? I'm buying." And then I thought he was going to cry. He was so happy. He was just like, "You want to buy me a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, we're partying." And he just tells me like, "Get me something with ginger." I get the drinks. I go back to him. I give him the drink, and legit, like, he was like, he takes the drink, looks at the drink, looks at me, looks back at the drink, looks at me, and he just says, "This is so nice. Thank you." And I was so happy because that reaction is so genuine. He was so wasted.
Broke him.
He was so wasted. It was beautiful.
We also hung out with the guy that won that championship, by the way. He's like a super known speedrunner for the game, and he's really good at it.
Yeah.
But dude, it's so unfair. He's so good looking. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can pull up a picture of him. No, I can't. He doesn't have a Twitter. Shit. But dude, you have no idea. His face, he's got like, I forget where he's from, but I'm pretty sure.
The US?
Oh no, he's from the US, but he's like half Puerto Rican or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said he was half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his face, did you see that jawline, David?
Yeah,
oh my
dude,
God.
that jawline.
That was ridiculous.
It was like fucking carved.
It was like cut like a diamond. Yeah, exactly. Dude. And then he was jacked. Like, it's not fair.
Fucking jacked as shit, and he was just like talking shit about.
And he knew how to dress well. He had like fucking like really nice clothes and a scarf and
And we all looked like fucking
take
nerds.
Notes, Troy Baker, you fucking asshole.
we're just all a bunch of losers.
How many people are gonna get that, Ed?
Yeah,
come on. There's some DSP fans in the audience.
Yeah, that was Monster Hunter Festa. The rest I don't remember. I think we were at a pizzeria one point, but I was kind of like half blacking out.
Oh no, I was talking constantly. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I remember just whoever was next to me, I was talking their ear off, and I'm sorry because I don't remember what I was talking about. Because I feel like I was just nerding out with so many like Monster Hunter people next to me. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying.
I think you were talking to Chris.
Mostly, yes.
Yeah.
But also the funniest part was talking to TSC, and I think like Joe asked him like, "Hey, so after you won the tournament, like, what are you gonna do now? You gonna keep practicing?" And then TSC just went, "Oh no, I quit the game. I just wanted to show up at this tournament, win, and then not play it ever again." So he's done.
He is such a fucking Chad, dude. It's not fair, bro.
But yeah, that was Monster Hunter Festa. Very fun. But besides that, the main event, which is one of the main reasons we wanted to have Kwite on, was when we went to. Was that your place or your manager's place?
That was my manager Zach's place. And like he was staying with like a bunch of Facebook streamers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we were at the Facebook streamer party.
That was the day I found out Facebook streaming is a thing.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing either.
Yeah, and that was basically like my group for the weekend, and then like as well as like you two, and Diesel and his girlfriend April. Mm-hmm. But basically, like every night, that's like where I'd end up, and I think you guys most of the nights.
Yeah, most nights we ended up there as well.
Yeah,
with you guys, it was a good time.
Yeah,
with fucking Garrett grabbing my leg constantly.
It was good way or bad way?
Dude. It was like my thigh had a magnet. He's constantly fucking reaching for it. So remember when? You remember that certain picture that you said you thought Hyojin got off of some subreddit?
No.
What? How do you forget that?
I mean, I'm kind of desensitized. I'm sure if you jog my memory.
Check your DMs.
Oh, wait, yeah! I remember.
We're trying to tell that story.
Oh, okay. So
how it came to be known.
It's your property. Are you... So
we go to that guy's place. Go on.
So we're at Zach's place.
We're all pretty buzzed.
Yeah, except for me, because I don't drink ever, never.
I was exceptionally drunk.
Yes, you were. But like, so we're all sat around this fucking like big ass table and like exchanging stories and whatnot. But like, at one point, it gets to the part where
some guy had like 2 threesomes. I was so pissed.
I don't know if we should say who, because
we're not going to say who.
No, that's why I'm not saying the name. I'm saying
2 people had 2 threesomes.
Oh, dude, I was so mad. They were just like casually dropping it, like, yeah, no, my second threesome was in, and I was like, what, second?
But so the conversations just like, you know, they're like all over the place, like talking about like random sex shit, and eventually like we get to like talking about like really like cursed pictures of like naked people.
I think I'm the one that brings it up.
Oh,
I think I brought it up.
Sounds about right. And then I talk like fucking. So there was this one picture Hyojin sent me of like some dude's balls on a switch, like with a Snapchat caption. Anybody want to play Smash? And that was an image I had sent. Like, I had sent that image to like several group chats, ones that I'm pretty sure like the people in the room like were in, and it turns out those were Ed's balls.
Like the moment Kwite said, because I was pretty buzzed, and Kwite was like, "Oh yeah, dude, Hyojin kept sending me this picture, like just some nuts on a Switch," and I was like, "That sounds so familiar." And then just tell him, Kwite, I'm pretty sure those are my balls.
Yeah, and then it turns out Bryce had seen your balls before because I sent him that image.
Kwite said, "Oh, I've sent that picture to everybody."
Everybody around the table.
Everybody saw it because I just went around and I was like, "Have you seen that picture?"
Yeah, dude, you see my balls?
They all said yes, and I just went, "Nice to meet you."
Yeah, no, that image I feel like has expanded well beyond like me originally sharing it. Like I just like a bunch of people.
Dude, everybody, so many people have seen your balls.
At least we have a thumbnail.
Just the Switch image with the balls kind of censored.
Just both balls are demonetized.
Yeah, post it and guess.
I have it somewhere.
We all have it. I have the.
Can we all post it?
And I remember once that barrier was broken, I just said fuck it, and I just started teaching people the art. Yeah, the grandpa
one is one of the funniest fucking things.
That's the one.
So who's
Avery?
getting?
He put it in guess.
God.
Yeah, I see it.
They're quality testicles. Like that's proud of those.
If you honestly like, Hyojin's gonna love those.
Like I don't know, they look balanced. Like there's not too much weight in one or the other. It looks like a very like evenly distributed nutsack.
But yeah, and then
the way you laid it on the Switch, like I don't know,
I just
like,
went full fuck it mode,
tasteful.
and I just started showing everyone like all the different pictures I've done. So here's another one.
That's my favorite.
That's the grandpa one.
You can't show any of these. Why are you?
Oh no, that's the only one I'm posting. But yeah, I just went with my phone. I just went like the Snapchat folder of my phone. I started showing everyone like, okay, this is exhibit number 3. Notice how I caught it under the shadow. I just started to teach people about like the comedic timing of like where to place your balls.
The comedic.
It's an art. It's an art form.
It's an art form to have your balls just there,
Slightly off frame.
Yeah. The Switch one's really nice because the caption's like a double entendre. Like who's getting on this dick and also to like play Smash.
The Switch is also really nice because if you pay close attention, you can see the reflection of my shaft in the Switch screen.
Oh, you can. Nice detail.
Oh, now I can't use this as a thumbnail.
I'm noticing like the position of your hand you had to put this in to like take the picture, and it's kind of ruining the atmosphere, honestly.
Yeah, I should have done it when it was like the fucking glare ruined it. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's fine. It's still a funny
do better
image.
next
I'm still
time.
going to keep sending this to people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same.
The legend of your ball sack will live on.
I'm gonna have to watermark it at this point.
You gotta start watermarking your
it-
goddamn.
It's gonna start getting mad like that fucking crazy diamond gif he made.
Dude,
You
you gotta-
fucker! Why'd you bring that up? No, I'm fucking.
What is that?
No, man. Okay. So, does anybody know? It's the GIF fucking people use on Twitter when there's like a JoJo announcement or something, and it's that GIF of Crazy Diamond like fucking slapping
Hitting
the
the
big
nut button.
the big blue nut button.
No.
I
hang
saw
on.
that. Yeah.
Crazy Diamond nut button. They're all so compressed. I'm so mad. This one's actually decent. This GIF, I put it in
that one.
guests. Dude, I made that. I'm so mad. I made that, and I'm so mad. I made that in like fucking 2014. No, part 4 wasn't even out. That's impossible. 2016.
I hand animated that and DP stole it. The fucking hacks. Make Purple Haze feedback, you hacks.
Oh, God damn it. I'm not one of those people. I'm sorry. I think that was our PAX experience. Just a lot of people saw my balls. Just people I had never met. The most awkward part was like I had never met them, and like 2 hours into just getting to know them and slowly breaking the ice, I suddenly
You're showing them
realized
your balls
they've
further.
Everybody
all
have
seen my
met
balls.
you already. Yeah.
I think that was like really our first time like talking properly, because like
That was actually the first night as well.
yeah, that was the first time I met David. But like even me and Ed, like we'd spoken like on Discord calls before, but like that was like the first long form convo I'd actually had with him, and then I found out that the Switch balls I'd been sending everybody were his. You know what? And I kind of regret it. Never meet your heroes.
That's the title of the episode. Never
Never
meet your heroes.
Yeah,
That's really good.
there we go.
That was quick.
Oh
Oh
so
my god.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else of note that
No.
we should talk about.
Do you have a story about PAX?
Did I even go? Wait, yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you did. You made a video there.
Oh yeah, no. Did
Did I
you?
even
I zoned out for a bit, but did you guys tell the bit where like David strangled me?
What?
Oh yeah, I did strangle you.
Oh, for your
Yeah.
video,
vi-
right.
So-
You were
yeah.
going to get
Oh,
jumped.
man. We were gonna get.
I-
I was gonna get jumped. He was safe. I was gonna die
Wait, why were you gonna die?
because I was jumping you.
Because he was choking you.
Oh right, yeah, no, like so.
You were gonna be safe. I was gonna die.
So we were. I was doing like a floor bit for like a video. Like I was on the floor just asking people if James Charles' cock was circumcised or not. But I asked David as like a scripted bit, and then he just fucking like just starts choking me out and stealing my
Whoa,
pass.
whoa. Wait. We planned this before.
Yeah, I'm saying we planned this. I'm saying it's a
David
scripted
didn't
bit.
go into like a homicide.
Yeah,
I said it was a
rage.
scripted bit. I said it was
Okay.
scripted.
Okay.
But it-
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I thought you just said like
My bad. Maybe I didn't
I
say it
just
loud
fucking
enough.
turned to Switch and,
And
went
David
fucking.
just started choking me for some
No,
reason.
no, like
I just got
unironically though, he just
fucking
started like
Modus mode.
choking me out and shit, and he steals my pass, and I'm screaming the whole damn time, and so is he. And then he runs off like for a while, like he doesn't like just run, turn around after the bit's done. He turns like he
off.
He just
He goes
sprinted.
all the way down the corner and turns the corner, and I swear to God, every single like
I'm
security
an-
guard in the area was just staring him down. But they
Every-
saw
every
like that I wasn't too pressed.
Yeah, and Bryce was like right next to us, and he looked so shocked, and he was like, yo, you guys need to chill. And then we were just like, why? And we turn around, he just like points at the security guards and they're all like
you
ready,
probably
dude.
shouldn't have done it next to the U.S. Army booth.
Well, you know what? He was wrong. The bit was worth it. The bit was worth it.
The bit was worth it. It was a good bit.
You're about to get your ass beat by Nagoon.
But you didn't.
Nagoon's gonna come, bro. That sounds
Nagoon's
bad.
gonna pull out a fucking butterfly knife.
So, patron questions. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do those.
Yeah, we do those.
Call it Patreon?
So if you are a $5 and above tier donator, you can ask questions for this part of the podcast where we answer fucking questions and hypotheticals.
I still find it strange that we explain what Patreon questions is.
Well,
it's in the name.
Well,
I
you
feel
see,
like the only
it's
part
more
we
for
should
promotion.
keep mentioning is specifically which tier can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like everything else is redundant.
Yeah, new viewers need to know
That's
which
my big word for the day.
tier they need to donate to get
It's on the
recognized by
Patreon,
strange
though.
on the internet.
If you click to it, you'll see it. Whatever.
Well, most people can't read, okay, Avery?
Just
not
because
true.
you
Our
can,
audience is
just
very
because
smart,
just
Kwite.
because you can read.
Just because you can fucking read.
God,
Okay.
We have an audience with incredibly big brains.
Oh.
we
Okay,
cultivate audiences who only know the finest of Agamemnon's works.
Oh my God.
Agamemnon contingency.
Seth Hild asks, meme of the decade.
Shut the fuck up,
Doge.
Seth.
It's Doge.
No.
It's Doge.
It's Doge.
It's Doge. It's Doge. I'm glad we're in agreement on this. It's Doge.
No, it's
No,
F.
it's
Harambe
Doge. There is
this
literally
decade?
no
F.
acceptable.
Was
It's
Harambe
press
this
F.
decade?
It is not
It
press
is not
F.
press
What the
F.
fuck
Doge
are you
is
talking about?
Press
It's press
F has remained static in
Kill
the shame
yourself.
for the entirety of its existence. Doge is the only meme that has
No.
successfully reinvented itself time and time again to the modern era. It's been around
Thank
longer
you,
than
Kwite.
press
Thank
F.
you.
God fucking damn.
Fucking imagine saying press F to pay
Press
respect
F,
to the meme.
press F.
Fucking
Shut the fuck
imagine,
up.
Kwite.
God fucking damn it. How do you co-host with these losers?
I don't fucking know.
My choice
kills
is
me
Harambe.
inside.
What's the next question?
That's like the same tier, though. That's the same tier as David saying press F
Next
is the
question.
fucking meme of the decade.
Let's change questions. I don't like this
Angry.
anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd get angry. I thought
Fucking-
everyone would know it was Doge.
Don't fucking step to me, dog.
Van Derek asked, Cameron is my favorite guest. Any idea when he'll be back? First of all, Cameron's not a guest.
I'm surprised.
Cameron is supposed to be permanent member.
Cameron's one of the original 4 hosts.
Yeah, actually.
Cameron was supposed to be on this episode, but then he got shot or something. I don't remember what happened to him.
Something about somebody getting deported.
Oh,
yeah, it was a deportation
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
incredibly unfortunate.
Incredibly
Leo Campbell
unfortunate.
asks, weirdest nightmare you ever had? Not scariest, just weirdest. And I have mine. This is one that has traumatized me since I was 5 years old.
Jesus.
And it's, I fall asleep, and then the dream starts and I'm tied to a pole in my kitchen. And then this was back when I lived in an apartment building with my mom and my sister. So the kitchen had like open doors and it stared directly into my living room. So I managed to gaze into the living room where I could see a cow, not like an anthropomorphic cow, like human body cow head, like a cow was just sitting on my couch watching TV. And I'm pretty sure she was watching Alice in Wonderland. And I was like, that's weird. And then another cow sneaks up in front of me and she starts tickling the shit out of me. And I start screaming and I wake up.
Wow.
that's like a fetish thing, dude. I don't know. That sounds
Yeah,
exact.
it sounds like something that happened in your formative years.
Yeah.
No. What? The fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Formative years?
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What is formative?
I
years
just
mean?
said they're not anthro. They're fucking cow people.
Yeah,
the
you're a
cows. They're
freak.
cows.
I know, you're a freak, Ed. That's what I'm saying.
You want to fuck actual cows, not even anthropomorphic ones?
That's pretty fucked,
Weird
dude.
Champ.
That's
Weird champ.
That's way more fucky, bro.
I literally no sexual tension was in the stream.
Literally no sexual tension. Like the fucking
No
the,
sexual
The sex I
tension
had in the
with the
dream
cow
was
in my dream that tickled
entirely
me.
separate.
I once had a nightmare that I was back at my the house my mom moved to when my parents first got divorced, and I was in a wheelchair and my entire family had been replaced by velociraptors. But every time they bit me, I just teleported to a different part of the house.
I'm pretty sure that's a Left 4 Dead mod.
Probably. I think this dream predates Left 4 Dead though, or at least me playing it.
You should sue
Thanks,
Valve.
Valve. Left 4 Dead's pretty old though. It's like 2001.
Yeah. No.
No.
What? No.
What?
What?
If anything, it's
What?
2006, right? Wasn't it like one of the first Xbox 360 games, at least that I remember?
Yeah.
I think it was 2008 or something.
Maybe.
You guys are way off mark.
It's 2008. I was right. Yeah.
David, it's your turn.
I don't remember. I just remember the monkey dream, but I already talked about it in another episode. Just the Monkey King that was really, really upset at me and pointing and laughing, and I cried. That's all I remember. That's the only.
That definitely happened in your formative years.
Oh yeah. No,
that's kind of your essence.
I was so young. I remember I woke up crying. I must have been like fucking 4, right? I was just at
What was
the
he
beginning
pointing
of
at?
what me, bitch. He was pointing at me.
What? Okay. What is this podcast if not several Monkey Kings pointing and laughing at David?
Oh, that's so true. I cried and I
what's
remember.
yours weird dream?
Mine. It's less of like a specific dream or like something that happens in it, but it's always like when I have a dream where my reaction is total detachment, like things that I know would usually scare me or elicit a reaction that would make me wake up because I'm shitting my pants. The weirdest ones are where like I just have total apathy to it. It feels weird looking back on it. That shit kind of like makes me weary after it's all over.
Like weary is in the emoji weary, or like the actual definition?
The actual definition of weary, like what the fuck
okay.
kind of makes.
Because I was thinking like weary, like, like this one.
Yeah, okay. I just, this one's not mine, but it's a dream story about my brother. So, my little brother, up until like high school, was terrified of the washing machine because every single night, I'm not kidding, every single fucking night, he had a nightmare that there was an evil blue orb that lived in the washing machine that was going to come and get him.
What an idiot. Stupid idiot.
I have never been able to parse what the fuck that means.
Evil blue orb?
Yeah, evil blue orb that lives in the washing machine, and it's going to come and get him. That's it. Like that's the entire explanation. Because every time I would ask him about it, that's pretty much the entire thing.
I never had recurring dreams. It was always just one-offs.
Yeah. For several years, my little brother was terrified of the fucking washing machine because he knew it was happening. He thought that's what was making the noise when the washing machine was on, not the fucking clothes. My brother's an idiot. No, he's not. But anyways, Travis Vapes asked, I know the general hatred for Ruby among the PST crew is universal, but what about the music? It's dog shit.
It's not great.
What?
No.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah, it's awful.
No, I'm asking the guy who asked the question.
I know. I'm agreeing
good.
with Ed. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
The thing is that what I don't understand is Ruby fans give like fucking glowing praise to the music, and even people are like, Ruby's bad, but how about that music? And I've never understood it because it's so bad.
I love listening to a little girl straining for 3 minutes.
She can't.
She's not a little girl anymore, and she still
she's not
does
a
that.
little girl anymore. But the thing is, just like she tries to hit notes, and
She can't hit.
She can't hit. So it just sounds kind of weird. It feels like they're just like. It feels like there's just like two they just make her do the take until she actually hits it, and then when she does hit it, it's weird because she can't hit it. I don't know.
What's weird about it is that every once in a while she'll sing a little bit within her actual fucking vocal range,
And it's fine.
and it sounds all right. Yeah, but the thing is that they fucking 99% of the time, all of the fucking
screaming.
notes are
She's
completely out of
screeching.
her range, and she's screeching, and it sounds awful, and the instrumentals are just butt rock. It's awful. Ruby's music is, what if the music in Sonic the Hedgehog thought it was, not in Sonic the Hedgehog?
It's just like edgier Sonic the Hedgehog music, which is saying something.
It's Shadow the Hedgehog music.
It's Shadow the Hedgehog music, yeah.
Don't put down the Shadow of the Hedgehog OST like that, dog. Don't you?
I am all of me is not on the same level as This Will Be the Day You're Waiting For.
No, but the thing is that Sonic music is good because it knows what it is. It's not trying to be anything else. And that's why it's great.
Sonic
Music rules, just for the record.
It does. If you disagree, you're wrong.
It's the music for a fan level for Shadow the Hedgehog.
A fan
that they
level?
made with the fucking Sonic Adventure 2 engine.
Grim Eclipse feels like it's a fan level for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, God. Do you want a last one?
I'm trying to find one.
Kwite, do you want to choose one?
Oh, yeah, go
Kwite should
for
pick
it.
one.
I'm not gonna say the. It's from Leo Campbell. I'm not gonna say the word before David because it sounds too much like a different word. But it's the start of negative. Negative David tracks you down and starts picking you off. How do you defend yourselves?
You're weirdly defensive about that,
Wait,
Kwite.
what?
What's the matter?
What was that?
Is there a video that's going to resurface soon?
I mean, I can
All
say
right, I'll do
David
it, Kwite,
if Kwite's
since you're
a coward.
Because Kwite's a coward. Nega David
You're
tracks you
right.
down and starts picking you off. How do you defend yourselves?
So to
I
explain-
cover myself in.
We should probably explain who Nega David is. He's from another episode story. We basically learned that there's
There's
a guy
man who
with
looks exactly like David.
he looks
and is
exactly like
wanted for
me, has
terrorism or
the same name as me, except he has a scar. And I got stopped at the airport because I looked exactly like him, and they thought I was him, but I'm not.
because he's a wanted criminal.
Yeah,
Fucking Christ.
the other guy's a wanted criminal.
I cover myself in Sora amiibos.
That's the worst thing you can do.
That is how you would defend yourself against regular David, though. Ed.
Yeah, this
What,
is
would
like
he
the
hate
opposite
Sora?
of David.
Oh, okay. I start singing Blaze Blue music, which bursts his eardrums.
I play the Ruby soundtrack, which accomplishes the same thing.
I don't know. I don't really have an answer to this because I've spent like all the time I have around David just been like intentionally ignoring him, so I have learned nothing about him.
We all do that.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's why all that we've
I've-
gone to is Kingdom Hearts and Blaze Blue.
I feel kind of bad for like curb stomping you because like I'm not part of this group, but I feel like it's like an infectious disease that I need to be spreading.
It's fine. It's fine.
Like you know in The Last of Us
wait
how
till
like
you
they're
meet
compared-
Cameron off air.
What?
Cameron, I'm amazed Cameron is still alive with how we treat him off the air.
I'm disappointed that he's still alive.
Thank you.
Ed.
Someone said it.
Ed, Jesus.
God, Cameron, why are you still around? I know you listen.
Christ.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Only episodes he's on.
Yeah. I mean, I do that too. Let's be real.
You're a narcissist.
Yeah. No, I want to listen back to myself and be like, oh, wow. David really killed it in here. Nice job, David. I mostly just listen back to it to make sure he censored all the times I said the names of ex-girlfriends,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't clock for him that he should censor those.
It's a mistake.
You literally defended not censoring them, though. I'm pretty sure that was on an episode of the podcast that you did that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, this one.
No, I didn't. When did I do that? What the fuck?
Okay, we're
I'm
stalling
very-
Kwite's answer.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was making a joke like about like how it's like the Last of Us fungus. You know how like the fungus that's based off of takes control of an ant and then puts it on the highest point it can and makes it explode so it infects the rest of the colony.
Right.
Yes.
I feel like making fun of David, and I guess Cameron to a degree, is like that. I am compelled by the mimetic disease to just spread hatred of you as far as I possibly can, at risk of my own
Cordyceps
career.
have you.
Jesus, you're taking it further than me.
This isn't a joke anymore.
I mean, it's not under my control. Like I'm being compelled to do this by a greater force than I.
By the god hand.
The disease itself, it's slowly taking over my body as a virus does. It's just a mental disease, you know?
You cannot change the currents of causality. Cameron will be late to the podcast.
Cameron was on time last time we recorded Perilous.
Yeah, he's
That's
been on
true.
time a lot. We just still make fun of him, though.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
I mean, that's
It's better
'cause-
when we-
That's because
He's on
The
time a lot
numbers of
because we are
time-
relentless.
the number of times that he hasn't been on time versus the number of times that he's been on time just like outweigh by
What's
so
fucked
much.
up is that in season 1, when he had to be on every episode, he was on time every fucking
Always.
time.
Yeah, the problem is we gave him just
What
a
happened?
little bit of a leeway, and he just fucking ran with it.
You give an inch, they take a mile.
Exactly.
They
God.
sure fucking do.
They use metric, though. Fucking New Zealanders.
You use metric. You're in Belgium, right? Does it?
No.
Are
David
you a-
censor that.
What is Belgium to Ed if not an ex-girlfriend?
Oh my god.
Hey, thanks for listening. The podcast wouldn't be possible without the help from our patrons such as Agrabah451, Alan Diver, Alex Steer, Buckshot Papaya, Q_, Dax Ritchie, Dreams of Ice, Ducky Madness, Dascala, Eric Scott Gillies, Jeff Smith, Manuel Martinez, Marco Sotelo, Rad Jackal, Ryson Looking Fresh Dough, Ryan Rankin, Seawolf812, Sky, Spooky Ghost, Teague, The No Ninja, Travis Vapes, Tyler Collins, Unarmed Toaster, and William Oliver. Thanks so much for the support, and we'll see you next time.